So, Yvonne, hi, I'm Claire Gents.
Hi.
Now, podcast here called Dazzle MS Things to talk about MS things and MS issues and just have a chat and have a cup of coffee and just be casual and happy. I'm Claire. My friend Chloe's here helping us now.
Hi.
She helps us chat about things. She's good.
Yeah. So, and maybe we should make a preface. So Yvonne, let us know where you are in the world right now.
So I'm in the very north of Scotland. So if you think of the very top of Scotland, we're like an hour south from the top. So yeah, very north, like the Highlands of Scotland. Oh, hello.
Oh my Tiger. Oh, I don't know how. I think that you might be our most furthest away.
It's your best guess so
Yeah,
far.
which is
The
cool.
most northern guess so far. Easily.
I was thinking that as well. I was thinking that it's 7 o'clock in the morning here. So
Thanks for doing it so early as well. You look fresh and beautiful. Yeah. Nice.
Impressed.
well, my children get up about 5:30 every day anyway. So I'm used to getting up early.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got two boys and they get up really early, so I'm used to it.
Wow.
How old are your boys?
So Finley's 8 and James is just 3. So yeah, they're still quite little.
James, so sweet. Love it, James. My James is 23. Your James is how old, sorry?
3.
It's a it's all good. All good. It's a lot. Look, kids,
Yeah.
but you'll enjoy it. So tell me about your babies. So how did that work with you having babies? Was it before MS, right from MS?
So I officially got diagnosed in 2023. So James was born in 2021. So after I had James, when he was about 6 weeks old, I had some weird symptoms. Just like I felt drunk. I kept saying to people, I feel like I've had 2 or 3 glasses of wine. I just don't feel right. I feel weird. Obviously the fatigue. I had a little bit of tingling in my fingers. A bit of an overactive bladder. And I was at my 6-week check at the doctor's anyway, and they said, "Oh, it's anxiety," and that.
Yeah.
And I went on for the whole time when James was little. And I was breastfeeding him as well, so I was co-sleeping, so I wasn't getting much sleep, so I was exhausted. So I kept thinking, "Oh, this is just, it's just normal." But I'd already had obviously Finley. Anyway, it kind of got worse, and then March 22, I think it was. Was it March 22? No, March 23. It kind of came to a head one weekend. I was going away, going to a country music festival with my cousin, and on the week leading up to it, I just felt so weird. My legs were weak feeling, and it felt like I had run up like lots of flights of stairs, like that feeling in my legs. But it was the first time I was leaving James, and I was still feeding him, so I was going to have to pump and everything. And I kept saying to my husband, maybe I'm just really nervous about leaving him, and this is all anxiety. Because it did feel that kind of like, if you have a fright and then that after feeling of like the adrenaline leaving your body, that
Yes.
weak legs.
Yes.
So I just put it down to that. And I was literally about to leave to go, had to drive to Glasgow, which is about 3 hours. And I just kept saying to my husband, I'm pretty sure this is just because I'm nervous about leaving James. But in my head, I was like, I knew there was something else. You know your body.
No, you do.
And I was like, this is not normal. So I went on the weekend, I drove, and the whole way driving, I was like, I feel so weird and this is just a bit mad. But I did the weekend. I never told my cousin who I was with how I was feeling. And it just shows how invisible illnesses are, because I had a normal looking weekend.
Yeah.
Went to the country music festival, got dressed up, was drinking Prosecco. But the whole time, when I was sitting down, I thought, I'm going to have to stand up in a minute. My legs feel weird. And it was just the weirdest weekend. But in my head, I was like, I just need to get home and then I'll deal with it when I get home. So I got home, and that's when it all kind of came to a head. Went back to the GP, and I had to really, really fight to get them to take me seriously. And I have a weird thing. My best friend 2 years previous was diagnosed with MS.
Wow.
It's really weird. So I had heard her talking about her symptoms and things for the past 2 years. So I think the doctors thought that because I had gone through that, they were
You make it up?
thinking I had it. So anyway, it all came to a head. I got admitted to hospital, and I still had about a 6 to 8 week period of waiting for an MRI scan. I did get better. I had a few weeks off work, and I got like my legs went back to normal, and I did start feeling a bit more normal. But yeah, had the MRI scan, which showed like lesions on my brain. They put me for a lumbar puncture because they said they needed to do that. Funnily enough, my lumbar puncture was normal, which I think about 15% of people with MS can have a normal lumbar puncture.
Okay.
So that was normal, but then so then basically by the time I think it was June 2023, I was officially diagnosed. But rewinding, after I had Finley, my first boy, I had the same symptoms. But because it was my first child, I did think it was just postnatal anxiety. And then even further back, about 10 years or 12 years ago now, before our wedding, I had the same symptoms. And again, I put it down to stress from the wedding. And I told my neurologist all of this, and he thinks that I actually have had it for a long time.
Yeah.
Got a bit better. After I had Finley, my first son, it got worse again, as you know. And then fine again, and then worse again after James.
Yeah.
But it got like worse and worse. And I breastfed both of my boys until they were about 2. So, and I felt so amazing that time, like pregnancy and breastfeeding, amazing. So I think I've had it for a long time, but because I've either been pregnant or feeding for quite a big chunk of that time, my symptoms have been quite minimal.
Yes.
So yeah, that's and then I got diagnosed, and then I had quite a long wait until I could start treatment because I was still feeding James, and just the process of getting on treatment is quite a long thing anyway. So I started treatment in December 2024. So, and that's Kesimpta, an injection I take once a month.
Okay. So the Kesimpta, what are the side effects from that for you?
I don't have any side effects from it. The initial couple of doses,
Yes.
they do warn you that it's awful. So you take one dose, and then I think it's a week later the second dose because you need to like build up to it. I've never felt so ill in my life. I remember so you inject yourself, you go to bed, and you get like, it's like a flu. You get like body shakes, fever, sore head, and I remember saying to my husband, I'm not doing this. If this is what it's going to be like every month, I'm not doing it. But the nurse warned me that it's just your first getting they call it a loading dose. So so that was awful. But that now I, touch wood, don't have anything. Like I take it at night and just go to bed. And because my friend who also has MS, she's on the same treatment. So she said to me, just take it at night, because then if you do have any symptoms, you're asleep, so you don't know.
Yes. That's what.
So yeah, I don't think I have any symptoms. I have sort of random symptoms all the time, but I don't think any are actually linked to my treatment, which is good.
Okay. Wow.
And what's that experience being like having your best friend with MS? It's kind of like a
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been the weirdest thing because when she was not well, I remember meeting up with her and like going a walk and thinking, oh, I get that. But I didn't say a word to her because
of course.
I didn't think, I thought, oh, that's just a bit weird. So she's amazing. But she is like 2 years ahead of me. So she's like kind of accepted it. She's not like, and she does, she's amazing. She does really well. But it's been great because we have each other now. And she always says it's like bittersweet because she doesn't want anyone else to go through this. But at the same time, we've just got each other. It's the weirdest thing. I almost think it's like fate, that some weird thing. Like we have known each other since we were weeks old. Like our bloods are
wonderful. You're so lucky. That's like,
yeah. So we went to nursery together, school, everything.
Oh my
So there's actually
it's yeah.
So and the day I officially, the day I knew I had it, like that, after coming back from the music festival on the Monday, I just knew I had it. I just knew. And I phoned her, and she was the first person that I told, because I hadn't told anyone. I had not told anyone about any of this, apart from my husband. So I phoned her, and I was just in a state. And she was up a mountain, like she does a lot of hill walking. So she was up this hill on the west coast, and She was like, I can't really hear you. I'm at whatever. But she got what I was saying, and she said, it's going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
Well, that's so good to be told that too.
Yeah. And I was like, if she's up a hill, hill climbing by herself,
He's lucky.
it is going to be okay.
And she,
So yeah, we have like different symptoms as well, which is
okay.
quite good in a way, because it just, we're not totally the same, but she just gets it. When people just get it,
Yeah.
because it's so hard to explain to people what it's like. And
Yeah, no one, they say, oh, I know what it feels. You don't know what I'm feeling. You have it, you don't know what it feels like. It's so different.
well, my friend, she says you don't get it unless you get it,
Exactly right. True.
and you don't want anyone else to get it. So
Marriage is not worth it. It's not nice.
yeah,
It's,
no, we're a really good support to each other, so that's good.
I think having a best friend with it is just so special. It's just, you're very lucky to have a best friend with it.
Yeah.
It's a good arrangement. My best friend, you're my best friend, but my other best friend, Lena, who's been on the show before, she's with the same MS as well. Actually, MS is very different, but we have the same.
Yeah, that's similar. We have different symptoms.
Very
kind of nice.
totally different symptoms. We get each other entirely because of that reason. Because it's like no one else does what we do.
Yeah. And you can be like, I can just be real with her and honest. And if we're together, like I quite often just go and stay at hers, and I don't have to put a face on. I can just be completely honest. And all the weird, like, brain foggy things that you get that people don't understand.
No one does.
And they're like stumbling over words, and like she'll quite often voice note me with a really funny. She'll be like, "Oh, I was in a shock today. You won't believe what happened." And she's also quite funny, so like we both have quite a similar sense of humor, so we just laugh about it. It is really, it's really lovely. Like, she's saved me so many times.
Very lucky. That's very good. Did you live nearby you? She's quite close to you?
She's an hour away, but I mean, that's not that much for us. We're used to traveling. It was probably user used to traveling long distances.
Yeah, we do travel a lot here. I think this country, Australia and Sweden and Scotland, we travel a lot. Actually, we probably travel more because Australia's a bit bigger than Scotland, but we travel a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I see her often, and we voice note every day, and we're in touch every day, basically. Yeah.
That's like a sister. I like that a lot.
And Yvonne, can I ask you, so you spoke a little bit about how a lot of your symptoms were kind of just like palmed off as postnatal depression, was it, or postnatal anxiety?
Anxiety, yeah.
So what was that experience like for you, kind of where, it's just being put onto your mental health, but you feel like it's something else going on? Like, I can imagine that would have been really jarring and quite
stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really glad it happened with it did happen with my first child, but it was milder and I didn't really know. So but I'm kind of glad it was my second child, because it was a horrible time. Like, the first year or two of his life, I mean, I did, I still did everything normal, and he wouldn't know any different, but it was because I was, I had a 5-year-old who was just starting school. I had James, who was a much more intense baby as well. He needed fed a lot more, and he was just completely different from Finley. So I was going through all of that. And then I had this thing, like, I'm pretty sure I've got MS.
Yeah.
So it was really, like, I look back now and it was the hardest time of my life. But I think you just go into, I think even like new mums, you just go into that, that newborn stage where you just get on with it, and you just, like, there's something in us to just keep going. But it was really difficult. Yeah. And like, the doctors, I mean, I don't, doctors are amazing, but I had so many doctors. I think I was about 8 times back and forth to the GP, and they just kept saying, "Oh, it's anxiety," or I kept saying, "I think it might be this, because my friend has this," and I've looked into it, and I also get, all this other symptoms. And I had one doctor, he got quite irate, and he said, "You do not have MS."
Oh, wow.
I'm like, who is he to tell you what you're experiencing this? Oh,
That's insane.
I know. And it only took, like, the sad thing is, it only took me going in and absolutely breaking my heart. And I got a really lovely female doctor, and she had young children too. And I've known her for a long time. And I just was sitting there absolutely, and I was like, please just give me an MRI scan. Because I knew that's what I needed. Because like, I just knew from what my friend had gone through, I was like, I just need a scan. And so she was like, yep, I'll get you one. And she put me on the waiting list. It was still a few weeks, but that was more traumatic, I think, in itself, fighting. I had to fight for myself and also not tell anyone apart from my husband. So it was rough time.
Like a penny, they're just not believing you is just so not insulting and quite demoralizing too. It's just not fair.
And it's
That's
just
I'm
something
myself over here a lot.
that happens pretty much to everyone.
Yeah,
Everyone
I know.
do.
it happens all the time.
I think we've spoken to one person who said, "Oh, it was a quick diagnosis."
Yeah,
you
one.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah, which is
no one's quick so far.
And I think mine's still quite quick in the grand scheme of things, because I've heard of people, being years of going. But I think mine is still quite quick. But yeah, it was just a weird time, and just I mean, when the nice GP that I got, she said to me, because she believed me, and she said, "Yeah, I think it probably is." And she said, "Don't worry. Once you get on the system, once you're diagnosed, you'll be fine, because then you get your team in." And that has happened. So now that I'm on the system and I'm on treatment, I have a nurse. I've got got a nurse. I've got a neurologist. I have regular appointments. I have that support network from the NHS in place. So it's just getting there. You just got to sort of really fight and
Advocate yourself a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting. I kept saying to my husband, I feel like I need a nanny, a cleaner, like everything to deal with normal life. But then I feel like I need a medical secretary, because I got to know like the secretary of the neurologist and the people that ran the MRI department, because I kept phoning him like, "I'll take a consultation." I felt like I needed a secretary to do all that for me.
Your work,
Yeah.
it's not fair, but you do it for yourself.
And what
you?
the healthcare system like in Scotland, and is it good, bad?
I think it's quite good. So, I mean, there's obviously a lot in the press about the NHS and waiting lists and things, but I think the Highlands are quite good. And I know the treatment I'm on is not offered to everybody in Scotland. It's a bit of a postcode lottery.
Yeah.
So I know the treatment I'm on, I'm lucky to have it here. If I lived in like 3 hours away, they aren't offering this treatment. So it is a bit of a postcode lottery, which shocked me. I didn't know that happened in the NHS, but so I think Highland. So we're NHS Highland. We are lucky, and we've got our hospital's an hour away. But they've got a good, neurology department, and the neurologist that we have, I think he's Spanish, and he specializes in MS. So
That's good.
I think it's good for that reason. I think the NHS needs a lot of help, but it's getting there.
I think Scotland, I think, has the highest proportion of MS cases in the world, don't you? Because the more northern you go in the world, there's more cases of MS. So I think you probably got the most.
I wonder what they know why?
Why? Do you know why?
They think, because they think there's a link with low vitamin D, I think. Yeah. So where I live, so in our village, like I live outside a little village, there is, I know, maybe 4 people with MS are all like my age. Yeah. Like in my
girls and
girls.
Oh, girls.
There's not many men.
We do wrong, but yes, it's true. Yeah.
And there's 3 of us in the school whose children are similar ages as well,
Wow.
which is weird. Yeah.
And does that work as like a bit of a support network, for you, or not?
Yeah.
You must be.
Yeah, it's like I'm not the girls that I know that have it, I'm not like, I know them, but I'm not like good friends with them. But I do know them, and it is nice to know, because when I was going through the diagnosis, I would know that she had it. I'd be like, "Oh, she's okay," like so it is nice. Yeah, and we're all okay. Like, we all do normal things and look after our children. It's but yeah, and then so we're in Sutherland, and the next county north is Caithness, and that's the top county, and there's even more people in Caithness.
Yeah.
So it's definitely linked to the normal.
Yeah, just kind of wrong, but it's just a fact. Whereas here in Australia, I think that where we are before in Byron, there only no one. It's there's no one there. But it's kind of where is it further north you go? Well, but mind you, north here, I don't think it happens much here. But I don't know.
Canada. There's a lot in Canada as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, like I can't imagine is it a really populated area that you live in, or is it quite quiet? To know
quite quiet. Yeah.
Is
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it is.
I think it's 1 in 300. We're in like the north of Scotland, 1 in 300. Which would make sense, because I think our village has about 2,000 people in it.
Wow.
And you found
The village, it sounds so beautiful.
right at the Gillette. So sweet and quaint. I like that a lot.
What is your village? What is your area like where you live?
So I mean, I've got hills right there. So I don't live in the village. I live about 2 miles in the country. So yeah, it's beautiful. I've got hills there. I've got a river just across the field. I'm looking at my horses right now.
Oh, I can't
Wait,
wait
it's nice. Yeah, it's where I live is just like good for my nervous system.
Why and not stressful? That's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to because I know that we saw a few photos of you and your horses. You might have to send us some photos of your area. We could stitch them in there.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially chatting to someone so far away. And tell us about horses. We've got 3 horsey loving women right here.
Yeah. So I've ridden all my life. So my mum had 2 boys, my brothers, and then me. So I think my brothers were forced to ride, and then I came along, and then they got let off the hook. So as soon as I was old enough to be in a saddle, I was. So I've ridden all my life.
Yeah.
I've not ridden much lately, and I'm going to get back into it when the boys are a bit older because it's just life is so chaotic.
Yes.
But yeah, I've got 2 horses out there, my retired horses. They're older now, and I've got 2 little Shetlands as well. So I've got 4.
Okay.
But yeah, I just went all the way through pony club, and then riding club. My mum and me used to do a little bit of British eventing, so dressage, show jumping, cross country, when I was like 14 to 24, maybe. Just low level, but for us it was, quite big. We would travel just all over Scotland, and that's just our thing. That's just what we did. And I think I rode like every day, really, when I was a teenager, and just, yeah. My horse came to my wedding. I had an amazing pony.
I love you.
I'll send that picture.
Please,
Um,
please.
I think I was 12 when I got him, and because I think my mum saw that I was really determined to do a little bit of eventing and pony club and things, so she got me this amazing pony. Oh, he was just the most amazing. So I had him for, 10 years. So when I met my husband, he knew where he stood. Yeah. So when we got married, I was like, well, Finney has to come to our wedding, obviously. Finney, yeah. So he came to our wedding, which was in another village, a little town called Dornoch. So when I came out of the church with Craig, Finney was standing there waiting for me.
Oh, you had your 2 men there.
It's a bit wonderful. Yeah. It was amazing. And he was older then, but I was still riding him and things. And then it was really sad actually. So a year after our wedding, he broke his leg in the field.
No.
Broke my heart. Absolutely broke my heart. So he had to get put to sleep pretty much instantly. It was a clean break. It was awful. It was horrible. I know. But what he gave me, I think getting through this, a lot of it has been down to my relationship with horses, and him especially, because he wasn't an easy pony. He looked easy from the outside. I did really well with him, British eventing. He was quite little, but he had the most amazing jump. He was like a stag. But he wasn't easy to ride. He was really difficult to ride. He was cheeky and he would run out, and the bond that we got made, like, we got there and we did amazing. But I think it's helped me a lot because he taught me like determination, perseverance,
Yeah.
all that, and it's instilled in me. And I do think it's down to that relationship with that pony that I had for so long.
Yes.
And it's
You're speaking out week.
You are. I love Yeah, it's so true too. They help you in all life, not just riding.
It's
in life.
life. It's these
yeah,
lessons that
Well,
you just
Mm.
every day, like, so even after he died, like, I then got another nice horse, and I've had just lovely horses, but every day I have to go out and look after them. And even when I had what I now know was my horrible relapse, I went out and looked after my horses. Like, I managed to get out, I muck them out every day, feed them, and I still did that every day. And when my mum was probably the most upset about my diagnosis, and when I was talking to her about it, I said, Mum, I'm going to be okay because of what you and Dad have taught me and what the horses have taught me. Like, horse people are definitely a different breed of people. And, we're used to, like,
the good and bad way.
dealing with heartbreak, and then the joy, like the kind of roller coaster, I suppose, of having a horse and competing and is similar to MS. You know, it's a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And I just said to her, I was like, I'm going to be okay because of how you've brought me up and what horses have done for me. And even things like when I go for my MRI scan, I used to hate getting them because I'm really claustrophobic.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't tell anyone that because I didn't want sedated, so I just feared it.
Getting embarrassed. Yeah.
It's horrible. But now I go in and in my head, I go around all the cross country courses that I've ever done.
Yes. I love that.
So I'm in the start box, and sometimes I can't remember them all because there's so many, but I'm in the start box on that pony and I go through all the jumps. And if I can't remember them all, then I start just going through all my ponies I've ever had. And I'll start at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I'll start with Briar, my first Shetland pony, and I'll think about all the memories of her, and then I'll move on to the next pony. And it gets me through my MRI scan.
And that's up. What's that? I love that story a lot. That's really good.
Yeah. A lot of people who ask, like, should I get my kids into horse riding? It's so expensive, but you can't.
You have to.
It's these intangible lessons and things, and even about, like the way that you hold your energy and hold your sensitivity as a person. Like I say to people, yes, it's expensive, but it teaches you things that you can never even.
Yeah.
You can't even really put it to words, and all those.
And it's for girls too. It sounds. I'm not being, by the way, but for young girls and just girls now, in terms of getting confident in life, a horse will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does definitely make you confident.
Yeah, there's something just so, but there is something special about it, and especially for teenage girls, because I went through all the normal teenage girl things, had boyfriends, got my heart broken, but that pony was always there for me, and I think it kept me on the straight. And it's a shame in a way now because horses have become so expensive.
I know, it's so hard and inaccessible
Yeah.
for people. They can't.
Yeah, exactly. We were lucky because when we were buying the ponies, like they weren't overly expensive, but actually when Mum bought that pony for me, I didn't know this at the time, but I mean, Mum and Dad were doing okay, but he was quite a lot of money because he was well bred, and she went to the bank and took out a bank loan to buy him for me.
Come on.
I know, and now the amount of money it was isn't a lot of money now, but back then it was a lot of money, and apparently she just knew he was the pony for me and what it would give me, and she went to the bank, and that was when you had the old days, you had to go into the bank and tell them why.
Yeah.
And the bank manager said, "Oh, is it a new bathroom, a new kitchen, a holiday?" She said, "No, I'm buying a pony for my daughter."
I love that.
I mean, she paid it back really quickly. It's just that she didn't have the money right there then. But she only told me that like not that long ago, and I always say to her like, "Thank you for taking that bank loan," because it's just given. It's just I mean, it's just a special thing.
Wow, like, is it?
That's so beautiful. Yeah, we
love that story. That's the little time I think that.
it's so beautiful to talk horses, and it's just.
I wish I had kids. I wish I had horses. When I was young, we didn't have horses, didn't have animals at all. So I didn't have ride at all when I was little. But I wish I'd rode as a child. I never did it. We weren't wealthy enough to do that. We didn't do that then. But we I think people who rode young girls riding their horses when they're young, it makes girls in a better. They're more prepared for life.
Yeah.
They're more they're more natural. They're more calm. They're just happier girls.
Yeah.
I think nowadays girls need that because all the social media things now, girls need it more than ever.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, be a cheap base. Okay, so it's okay.
Yeah. And when I saw your film, because I just saw your film come up, it just came up. I think the MS Society shared it, and I was like, I have to watch that film. Like I have to watch it. I felt like it was almost sent because also on the cover it was a daring horse. I think maybe you call it black skin or. The color of the horse.
There was maybe a chestnut. There was a black, one of the black horses in the cover as well. But I think there was a few covers.
Yeah, and that was the color. And I just thought, I was like, I have to watch that film. That's just saying. And because also you had boys and your children were young, and one was called James, and I've got a James.
Right. Yeah.
And then so I watched the film, and when you were riding along the beach at the end, I was just like, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay.
Exactly. That's meant to give you hope for life. The whole thing. Be okay. You'll be okay. It did kind of suck, but you'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And the boys will be okay. And that's, one of the main.
And they are.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And you talk a lot about as well how, you feel like kids with sick parents or a sick parent, like have more
empathy.
Empathy.
Yeah.
That you're not. Well, we're good parents, and everything, but we're not as active as other parents, and we're still good. We love our kids, and they love us. But it's harder work with mum who's sick. So I believe my boys, for that reason, are probably a bit gentler, a bit more polite, just better manners, all these things. They're just nicer kids for it.
Yeah, they'll pick up on things better, and they'll make amazing partners as well when they're
Amazing partners. Well said. They're bigger partners.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
My boys obviously don't know yet, and I don't want to tell them until they're a little bit older. So yeah, I've not told them, but I am really good at just saying, like, I've just made medical things okay. You know, like if I've got a sore head, I'll say, it's fine, I'll just take a painkiller and you go and have a sleep. So I've made our household like not scared of being sick, you know? It's like there's doctors there, and that's why there's medicine. And so now, like, my little boy, if I get a migraine, he'll just, oh, do you need to go and lie down? And it's just become like a normal, okay thing.
Yeah, that's healthy. That's very good.
So that's my way to like introduce, you know, it's okay to go lie down and have a nap, or take a painkiller, or take medication when you need it. So yeah, I'll work up to that.
When did you tell your boys? I've never asked.
My boys knew straight away because I was in hospital all the time. Whereas I was kind of different to now, but I was in hospital a lot, and the little ones, my tiny one, Charlie, used to come into the hospital, and I was in wheelchairs in hospital. So he sat in my lap in wheelchair. So they kind of seen me on the way. I was more progressed, and I had lots of things go wrong all the time. So they've seen lots of medical things a lot of times. So it's not, this is actually, I wasn't quite so.
You probably didn't have to actually tell them then. You probably didn't have to have like that conversation. Yeah.
They knew straight away.
Natural.
It's a kind of, in a way, and that's because of that, they're more, I hope they're well-rounded boys for that reason. Yeah.
I watched your the episode. I watched all of them, but the one with your boys, I loved it. It was like, what amazing boys. It was just like, I'm so lovely.
Yeah, that was a really good episode.
Yeah,
It was funny as well. There was quite a lot of humor in it. I liked it.
I did things that in that podcast. I said things I never thought of before.
Yes.
Never did. And that's a good to know. So I learned things too. So it was great.
Yeah.
And before our timer runs out, is there any last thing you'd like to share with us? You wrote a few beautiful things about, you know, what you wish people had told you when it first happened, and
Yeah. So I think my main thing that I always say to my husband now is, if someone's going through something, all you need to say to them, which I felt like maybe people didn't say to me apart from my one friend, all you need to say is, it's going to be okay, and what can I do to help? Because I had a lot of weird, I felt dealing with people was really difficult for me, because people just said the wrong thing. And I know it's a really sensitive time, but people, it's funny how there's so many, what was there, like 6 million words, that people just say the wrong thing. And all you need to say is, it's going to be okay, because it is going to be okay.
Exactly.
And what can I do to help? Because I had people say, oh, don't worry, your husband won't leave you. Well, I didn't think he was going to leave me.
So gravel on you.
But I had not even thought of that. But because they said it, and it was in my head, and just people just people just saying the wrong thing, and like sending me flowers. It's like, I don't want flowers.
I'm okay. Yeah.
I look after myself. I don't want to have to fill up a vase and then put them in there and then eventually chuck them out. And then, like, it's a whole deal.
It's life. I mean, this is my life now. Don't give me stress. Yeah.
I just needed help. I mean, I was diagnosed like the June before, so our summer holidays are July and August. James was still little. Well, he is still little, and I was still feeding him, and I just needed help. And I think I don't think it's people's fault either. I think they don't know how to act when it's something chronic. No. And I also think people don't understand that yes, it's relapsing, but the symptoms are daily, and that I think needs spread more. Because I think a lot of people think I'm fine now. I am fine, but there are days that I have symptoms, and that's going to be forever. It's a chronic illness.
It's chronic. Ever. No cure ever. You can't get that.
A lot of people think I'm fine now, and then that help gets like not offered or whatever.
Yes.
So I think that's the biggest thing, and then you just end up using all your energy to like stress about that. But so I always, like, if anyone's going through anything now, I just say to them, what do you need to, what can I do to help? Tell me something. And it's going to be okay, because like 99% of the time it is going to be okay. It's not going to be easy, but it will be okay in the end. But yeah, people, I think humans are just not, I think animals are much better at knowing bits to do.
I wish you lived here, you so like so now other friends.
Your thoughts are funny.
Yeah.
Your thoughts. I like that.
Yeah, the horses can teach us more
Yeah.
and we can learn from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been so lovely chatting. You're awesome.
You're great.
I wish you were closer.
It's a bit far away, but good to talk to you.
Yeah.
I know I've been to New Zealand once. I stopped in Australia for 24 hours, but I went to New Zealand when I was younger for a bit of traveling. But
Okay.
I would love to go back one day when the boys are older. But it's well, yeah. If you're ever in Scotland,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
in
come to you.
Scotland.
What's the you?
Uh-huh.
Monday. Monday. Yes.
Yeah, just keep your time. You're such a dog. And I can see those ribbons in the background as well.
Start. I like that.
a previous life. One day.
I have like bags full from when I was younger and we just keep them, but like they're all knotted up, but I don't know what to do with them.
Beautiful, and don't they?
Oh,
They keep them special.
Oh.
yeah. I've got them all around my house. Yeah, because what else do you do with them? But they are out.
You need to be proud of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. I like that.
Oh, well, have a lovely day. That's your day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye bye.